This segment is brought to you by Dorchester County Parks and Recreation.
So tell me a little bit about the event.
So the event started back in 2019. I had gone down to a little place along the river here, Edisto River Adventures. They're actually located here at the park now, but they have some property down the river, and I went on a kayak tour with them and just loved the river so much. I just, as a musician, thought, well, this would be so awesome to have a little event out here. And I thought, you know, 5 or 10 people getting together and playing music up by the river, but maybe a little bigger than that. And so this idea of the festival started to come up, and a few years passed, and the owner, Earl, he contacted me and said, hey, you still thinking about that event? And there was a new park manager here. We pitched the event, and he said, let's do it.
Let's also talk about the venue. We're obviously here right now in this beautiful nature-esque scene here. What was your first thought whenever you said earlier that this seemed like the perfect place to have a bunch of musicians come and perform?
Yeah, really, this is such a gem in the Charleston area, and most people from down in Charleston don't know this even exists. One of the things that drew me to this park is the Edisto River. And I learned this when I went on that kayak adventure that we had. It's the longest free-flowing Blackwater River in North America. And so that's kind of cool that we've got this right in our backyard, that it's this Blackwater River that just doesn't really exist anywhere else in the country. So it's something that's really special.
Well, for people that, you know, are interested in coming here to just visit, other than coming to the festival, what are some of the other things that you can do here?
Yeah, so the park stays open for the whole entire weekend. So if you want to just come out to the park and have a picnic, you can still do that. And so that's one of the things that I really love about the event, is that it's helping people to get to know about the park. It's bringing them out. They can come down, spend some time in the river. There's a great playground over there for the kids, and there's nature trails. They can walk on the nature trails, so all kinds of good things.
Why is it important to offer something like this to this community?
Well, I think music is one of the truest forms of connection for people. I like to say it's an exchange of energy between the musician and the audience with each other, and then back to the musician, and it's just a beautiful thing that you don't get to experience that often.
That sounds awesome. What kind of music are we expecting?
So it's various genres, but I like to call it American roots music, essentially. So everything from folk to blues, rock and roll, a little bit of country here and there. Maybe I think one of the bands has got a little bit of a funk feel to them. So there's a little bit of something for everybody, I feel. One of the things that's super cool, I think, and important to us is that people not only come out and have a great time, but there's something for them to learn while they're having a great time. And so we've got a few different groups that'll be out there helping to provide an educational aspect to the event. We've got the Edisto River Keeper and the Friends of the Edisto River. They'll be set up teaching about river conservation and how you can help with that. We'll have the Edisto Natchez Cusco tribe. While they're out here, they're also going to be set up throughout the weekend to be able to offer some education about what was the history of the land, what was the history of the people who were originally here.
Well, I'm excited to see how this event turns out. We're going to have music, nature, and food. 3 of my favorite things. Tell me about the food situation, though.
So we've got a couple of great food vendors several great food vendors that will be out here. One of my favorites in the whole Charleston area is the Pita Stroller. I don't know if you've ever had their Mediterranean style food, but it is to die for. It's so good. And then we've got Fed Up Food Truck, who will be out here, and they're actually located out here in the Ridgville area, but they've got a great selection of food. Uncle Chuck's Boiled Peanuts. It's the best boiled peanuts in Charleston, so if you love boiled peanuts, we'll have that for you, and an assortment of so many other things. It's just gonna be great.
Very cool. Now, remind me the dates of the event, where people can get tickets, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so the dates of the event is October 7th through 9th. It's going to take place then, and then tickets are available online through Eventbrite. So we've got a Facebook page set up, we've got a website. So if you just type in Edisto Blackwater Boogie to your, or even Edisto Blackwater or Blackwater Boogie, any of those combinations of things, it'll come up. Yeah, you'll find it.
There,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This segment is brought to you by Dorchester County Parks and Recreation.